Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government what assessment it has made of the local government budget allocation to Glasgow since 2007.
Cabinet Secretary.
All of Scotland's 32 local authorities have received their fair formula share of the funds provided through the annual local government finance settlement as agreed with COSLA. Glasgow City Council will continue to receive the highest level of local government funding per head of all wholly mainland councils in 2017-18.
Anne Lamont.
Can I thank the Cabinet Secretary for that response? The Cabinet Secretary is aware, of course, that his government has cut Glasgow's budget by £377 million since 2007. Does the Cabinet Secretary recognise the important work of Glasgow Labour Council in doing its best to protect frontline services, leading the way in supporting childcare and apprenticeships and making Glasgow a leading centre for business, tourism and sport? Does the Cabinet Secretary further acknowledge the critical role of Glasgow to the economy of Scotland? And in those circumstances, does the Cabinet Secretary therefore regret the opportunities lost, the families unsupported and the economy benefit lost directly by his government's choice, the price to be paid by every Glaswegian for his choice to cut rather than fund services? Cabinet Secretary.
Well, can I actually begin with recognising some of those points? Actually, the areas that have been identified I would welcome as the City Council addresses key issues in the City. I would welcome any administration to focus on those. And there have actually been good areas of partnership working between Scottish Government and City of Glasgow Council. I was a signatory on behalf of the Government for the City Deal proposition as well. So I think there are many areas in which we've been able to work in partnership with the City Council. Not always found every area to be of agreement, but there are many areas of partnership and shared endeavour, not least around deprivation and inequality, the need for further economic development and partnership, as I say, that we've taken together. But again, it would be wrong to suggest that the overall spending power of the City Council has decreased. Again, as a consequence of the budget, Glasgow City Council's overall increase in spending power to support local authority services in 17-18 will amount to over a £45 million increase, and that's 3.3%. Now, I hear Joanne Lamont complaining about the settlement, but I would gently say, although it's a matter for local authorities, if they want to suggest changes to the distribution formula, I'm open to discussion on that via COSLA. But of course, since this is the day of exits, I would remind the Labour Party that Glasgow City Council Labour administration walked away from COSLA. Yeah. Now, surely it's in the interests of all the people of the city to participate in COSLA, who negotiates with government on matters such as finance, the budget and the settlement and distribution thereof. So I would encourage the Labour Party to think very deeply about their position as we enter local government elections, about local government frankly being stronger if the 32 local authorities are willing to engage with us together in partnership. So once again, it's an increased settlement, strong partnership working on areas of joint endeavour. City Deal is all about economic development, but I would encourage the Labour Party to think about their engagement with COSLA going forward so that we can have further discussions about distribution. And finally, I would say again, just as the Tories opposed increased investment on roads maintenance and then called for more, the Labour Party asked for increased investment in attainment, really important for education and tackling the attainment gap in Glasgow, and the Labour Party voted against that when push came to shove at stage 3 in the budget.
John Mason.